From a speed-obsessed kid to the King of Monaco, from his untimely death and beyond, we've got it all. His driving was as smooth as his Brazilian charm and just as likely to break hearts. We'll dive under the helmet and behind the legend, unpacking controversies, compassion, and, well, everything in between. If you're a true Senna fan, watch until my personal note. I want to know something from you. And if you're not, stick around till the end. We've dug up some Senna secrets so juicy you think we made them up. But we didn't. Or did we? I'm Eric, and you're on Curiosity Corner. Every so often, the world of sports sees a figure who transcends the game, overshadowing the competition, the rules, and even the sport itself. Ayrton Senna da Silva was one such figure in Formula 1 racing. But who was the man behind the visor? Was he the sum of these exhilarating moments that left countless spectators worldwide on the edges of their seats? Adored by fans globally, Senna was a national hero in his home country of Brazil. Yet, his career was not without contention. What propelled him beyond the realm of an exceptionally skilled driver into a legend was a blend of raw talent, steadfast determination, and a streak of ruthlessness that both disturbed and awed the world of motorsport. Senna's journey, scarred by rivalries, incredible triumphs, and ultimately tragedy, is a testament to the human spirit's relentless pursuit of greatness.
You either commit yourself as a professional racing driver that is designed to win races, or you come second, or you come third, or you come fifth. And I'm not designed to come third, fourth, or fifth. I race to win.
And winning, whether it was against the others or his inner battles, was what Ayrton Senna did best. Let's move on as we navigate the twists and turns of a life lived in the fast lane, beyond the checkered flags and the champagne showers, in relentless pursuit of being the greatest. What did it take, and what did it mean to be Ayrton Senna da Silva? Before the fame, the legions of adoring fans, and the controversies that would mark his career, there was a boy with a singular dream. Ayrton Senna's journey began in São Paulo, Brazil, far from the glamorous world of F1 racing.
Besides the racing circuit, there is the go-kart circuit, which is where I start racing 15 years ago. That's the go-kart circuit there, beside the main straight. Back in '73, I did my first official race, which I won. I actually won the race.
Here, in the dust of a local go-kart track, a passion was kindled that would become an all-consuming fire. Yet, what separated Senna from the rest wasn't just skill, but an insatiable hunger to be the best. Even in these early days, his relentless drive was evident, a hint of the ruthlessness that would later define his professional career. Those who knew him then recognized his talent, but more so, they understood the depth of his resolve. He wasn't just racing against others, but against himself.
I just love winning. I just love racing. I just love the challenge to beat somebody else, and in many occasions even to beat myself.
Here was a young man who defined victory not as beating others, but as surpassing his own limits, forever chasing a perfection only he could see. As we trace his ascent, one can't help but wonder, was it this inner fire that propelled his rise to stardom, or did it also sow the seeds of the many conflicts that would mar his career? And how did this pursuit of perfection help shape the world of Formula 1 racing as we know it today? In the world of Formula 1, where legends are made and broken in the blink of an eye, Senna emerged as a force of nature. His debut season was not a series of races, but an announcement of his arrival. But what does it take for a talented newcomer to become a revered icon? Senna's driving style was a thrilling enigma. While others took calculated risks, he pushed the envelope, inviting both marvel and criticism from spectators and fellow racers alike. His hunger for success wasn't without its consequences. These confrontations, both on and off the track, were a testament to his unyielding determination, igniting rivalries that would go down in F1 history. The three-time world champion became known as the King of Monaco after taking the most sought-after Grand Prix win 6 times. But beneath this fearless exterior was a man driven by something far more complex than the desire to win.
I continuously go further and further, learning about my own limitations, my body limitations, my psychological limitations, and it's a way of life for me.
This relentless pursuit often blurred the lines between ambition and recklessness, raising a question that follows us into our next segment. How does one distinguish between a champion's resolve and a reckless disregard for the very essence of sportsmanship? In the high-octane realm of Formula One, conflict is as much part of the landscape as the thrill of victory, and for Ayrton Senna, rivalries, notably with Alain Prost, became as defining of his career as his triumphs. But what happens when competition escalates into an all-out war? Senna's clashes with Prost were more than just racing incidents. They were a battle of ideologies, where Senna was audacious, Prost was strategic. Where Senna pushed limits, Prost calculated risks. This push and pull between these two titans was a spectacle, but it was also a mirror of Senna's extremes. Perhaps, though, it was these very extremes that made Senna the legend he remains. He didn't just race, he poured every fiber of his being into each competition, each rivalry, each challenge. And yet, this intensity was a double-edged sword, carving his path to greatness while inviting controversy. As we delve deeper, one must ponder, was Senna's approach to racing, his ruthlessness, his emotional volatility, worth the cost? The next chapter awaits, promising a closer look at the man behind the wheel, beyond the controversies. The man behind the legend. Ayrton Senna, a name synonymous with the pinnacle of Formula One racing, a legend on the racetrack. But who was the man beneath the helmet? Who was the individual behind the relentless drive, the fierce competitiveness, the raw, unyielding passion for racing? Off the track, Senna's life was one of introspection and deep spirituality. He often spoke of feeling God's presence during his races, a divine co-pilot in his relentless pursuit of perfection. Yet, he was a paradox, an enigma. Beyond the public's eye, Senna was a crusader for Brazil's underprivileged children. His homeland's plight close to his heart. His wealth and fame were channels for change, tools he wielded with the same precision he applied to racing. However, the juxtaposition of Senna's ruthless competitiveness and his profound humanity begs the question, can one man embody such extremes? How did Senna reconcile the unforgiving world of Formula One with his deep personal faith and philanthropy? As we prepare to delve into our final chapter, we are left pondering, what legacy does a man of such complex duality leave behind? And as promised, here are the 3 lesser-known facts about Senna that will help illustrate his love of motor racing and compassion towards his fellow racing drivers and the underprivileged, followed by my personal note. Number 1. Crossing territories. Senna's Penske test drive. In 1992, amidst whispers of discontent with Formula One's political skirmishes, Ayrton Senna sought a new challenge and stepped into a world apart from the grandeur of Grand Prix racing, an IndyCar test with Penske. For a day, the Phoenix Sun witnessed a different kind of poetry in motion. Senna, the master of adaptation, took to the Indy car like a symphony takes to silence, matching top Indy drivers' times in under 10 laps. The test was brief, but the message was very clear. Senna's talent knew no boundaries. His potential was not tethered to the familiar confines of Formula One, and his spirit wasn't bound by continent or code. One can only speculate what might have been if Senna's journey had taken a detour through the land of IndyCar. What new legends would he have written? That day, a Firebird Raceway remains a tantalizing glimpse of an alternate path, a testament to a champion's versatility and an ever-present reminder of the endless what-ifs that define the legacies of the greatest among us. Number 2. Humanity at high speed. Senna's life-saving gesture. At the 1992 Belgian Grand Prix, amidst the chaos of twisted metal and the acrid smell of fuel, Senna emerged as an unexpected guardian. With a presence of mind that matched his racing genius, Senna swiftly shut down the engine, silencing the roar that threatened to end in an inferno. Yet, his heroism didn't pause there. With the same hands that had masterfully controlled his own racing machine, Senna cradled Comas' head, holding it secure, ensuring no further harm would come to the unconscious driver until paramedics arrived on the scene. This selfless vigil, a testament to his profound sense of kinship and duty, underscored a reality often eclipsed by the glory of his victories, that beyond the racer's relentless pursuit was a man of deep empathy and courage. Eric Comas would later affirm that in those perilous minutes, Senna was his savior, an act of valor that genuinely defined the depth of Ayrton Senna's character. It remains a reminder that behind the helmet and the accolades was a man who valued life above the laurels of victory. Number 3. Senna's secret legacy, a champion's heart. When Ayrton Senna's life was tragically cut short, the world mourned a racing icon. Yet, in the quiet aftermath of his passing, a different story began to unfold. One that painted the portrait of a man with profound compassion. Unbeknownst to many, Senna had been the driving force behind various charitable endeavors. His wealth quietly siphoned into the upliftment of Brazil's impoverished youth. It was only after his death that the true breadth of his philanthropy came to light, revealing a legacy that transcended his achievement on the racetrack. His foundation, Ayrton Senna Institute, became an example of hope, continuing his mission to educate, empower, ensuring that his passion for progress would accelerate the future of countless children. In his charity, as in his racing, Senna left an indelible mark, a legacy of love, dedication that continues to inspire long after the engines have fallen silent. On a fateful day, in 1994, the world of Formula One faced its darkest moment, and the invincible aura surrounding Ayrton Senna shattered, leaving the world in collective mourning. But how does one reconcile the loss of such a monumental figure? And what do we, as mere spectators, take from the tragedy that befell a man at the pinnacle of his career? The impact of Senna's passing transcended the racing world. A nation grieved for the loss of not just a sport icon, but a national hero who embodied the spirit of resilience and relentless pursuit of greatness. Yet, in death as in life, Senna's legacy was etched in the annals of time, not merely through his astonishing feats on the racetrack, but through the lives he touched. His aspirations did not die at Imola, but lived on, fostering future generations' dreams. As we reflect on the life and legacy of Ayrton Senna, we are compelled to consider what lessons we derive from his story. How does his enduring passion ignite our own? And from his untimely departure, what deeper understanding might we gain? about embracing each moment with hunger and grace. The echoes of his journey continue to reverberate, reminding us the legends never die. They become part of our ethos, guiding us, inspiring us, and challenging us. Thank you, Senna. We'll meet one day. And here is my very personal note to you. I want to mention that this video is very close to my heart, bringing up childhood memories where every Sunday was a ritual, a gathering in front of the television, eyes wide with anticipation, to witness the magic of Ayrton Senna. His races were not mere broadcasts. For me, they were chapters of a spellbinding story, unfolding life, where he wasn't just a driver on the screen, but a hero in the hearts of many, including little me. Almost 30 years later, I still remember the fateful day, the disbelief, the hope for a miracle, as we all watched helplessly our hero's final lap. His legacy, punctuated by that tragic moment, lives on. It is a reminder of the fragility of life and the grit of a true champion. Share with me in the comments if you too were watching it live, how he affected you, and how big was Senna for you. If you've stuck with us through every hairpin turn and overtake, congratulations. You got the endurance of a Grand Prix champ. Just don't disappear into the pit lane. Remember that every like adds a horsepower to our channel, and every subscription is the perfect slipstream. So rev up and join the grid. Every legend needs a team, and let's race into the future with stories that move you. Like this one, I'm sure you love it. See you in the next video. Keep seeking knowledge and stay curious, my friends.